Hello, good afternoon. Sino ang reporter ngayon? Oo. Sino ang reporter ngayon?
Chinese po.
Chinese po.
Oo. Ano nag-start sa home economics?
Yes po, ma'am.
Opo.
Lahat po ng magre-report,
sige.
home
Oo.
economics yung topic.
Sige, okay. Oo.
Kita na po?
Opo.
Oh, yes. Oo.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good
We are
afternoon.
the reporters about allocates budget for basic and social needs. I am with Shenes Regen.
Oh, yes.
Dube.
Next na, Mima. A budget is amount of money set aside for planned expenses. It is a plan specifying how much money will be spent or allocated during a particular period. Budgeting is related to the wise use of money resources. It is based on the system by which wage or salaries are received and how much these are to be spent by itemizing the needs of the family and how much money is needed. Next po. Basic needs are requirements for sustaining life and promoting physical and mental growth for the children within the family. Next po. Food, water, shelter, and clothing. These needs are provided by parents to their children since birth to keep them alive. Security and safety needs. The parents provide security and safety needs to their children to make them comfortable and keep them free from fear. This includes healthcare and education. Next. Social needs are things such as acceptance, appreciation, belongings, and companionship. Essentially, social needs are met by forging relationship with other people. Families meet the social needs of children, but later in life, romantic partners, friends, and co-workers further meet social needs. Joining groups such as church or athletic team also meet social needs. Next po. Social need can be anything from education, sports, celebration. We need these things for fulfillment, esteem, and self-actualization. Some examples are social and moral obligation, such as birthday, baptism, wedding, family activities like reunion, get-together. Next po. School of school affairs, camping, scouting, athletic needs, saving emergency budget, health, allotted health or house repair. All
Yeah.
of us have wants and needs, but each one should know what to prioritize first and last to allocate budget properly. Mismanaged budget result to families struggling to make ends meet despite hard work. Next po.
So here are the components or elements of a family budget. First is food. This component is the most priority in a household budget. Approximately 50 to 60% of the budget goes to food. However, this may vary depending on other factors like number of members, eating habits, food likes and dislikes, cultural practices and beliefs, age and sex of family members. And example of this component are groceries, raw and cooked food, staples, condiments, and spices. Second is shelter. If not renting, includes taxes, repair, and maintenance. Third one is clothing. Uniforms, clothes, and accessories.
Like
Today's
shoes.
clothing needs have become only secondary to food and other needs, more so if the budget is limited. Next one is the
Education.
education. This includes tuition fees, books, school
School.
supplies, daily food transportation allowance of children. Next is
Household.
household operation. Things needed in the house, beddings, curtains, furniture, and other paraphernalia to make members comfortable. Next is utilities. It, it, it includes electric, water, and telephone bills, gas, salaries of helpers.
About
Next,
Wi-Fi.
next is health, like medicine, checkup, medical and dental, and hospitalization. This is considered one of the most important items that need to be priorities. Health needs of family members are the individual in terms of periodic medical and dental examination. Hospitalization and medicine should always be set aside, whether this spent or not within a given period. This can be accumulated and set aside as savings to meet emergencies in the future. Next is recreation. Recreation like family outings, outside dining, watching movies. So, these provisions for social and recreational needs serve the balance of work and play. A family that enjoys together stays together. Through family outings, outside dining, watching movies, attending parties, and other social occasions are instances of keeping family members together through sharing and enjoying each other company. Next is savings.
Saving.
The amount set aside or deposited in the bank. The needs for savings is important to ensure families' future. Allocation of family budget. A family budget may differ from one family size and composition, family values, and standards of living. Some families spend more on food, others on clothing, and still others on education. The values of the family influence its priorities. So, to effectively budget family resources, it is important to set the family's goal and priorities and budget available resources based on this. For example, If education is priority, a bigger chunk of the budget should be allocated to this. However, it is important to revisit goals and priorities every so often. So, first you need to do is discuss goals and priorities with family members so that they will understand and cooperate with how resources are budgeted and allocated. Second is, family members should help to stick to the budget and avoid overspending. Third is, children should know also how to spend their allowance according to their needs. They also have to be taught and trained. Fourth is, as much as possible, save water, energy, and other items that cost money. So here's the steps in making a budget. First is, know your income or allowances for a definite period of time, monthly, weekly, twice a month, and make a list of expenses. Expenses can be classified as fixed, flexible, occasional, and emergency expenses. When you say fixed, it is amounts set aside regularly for the daily expenses of the family, like food,
Bills,
transportation, allowances, etc.
electric bills, and water.
Ito yung mga parang every month is kailangang bayaran, naka-fix na siya, budgeted na, ganun. When you say naman flexible, may be increased or decreased depending on the money available. For example, is recreations, gifts, contributions, clothing and accessories, magazine, etc. Occasional and emergency expenses may be considered a form of savings. It includes health and medical expenses, special occasions, etc. Roslyn, paki-off po yung mic. So next is determine the amount to be spent on fixed and flexible expenses. Add the expenses for these two categories. Check on the figure to find out if you are spending the right amount where you need to. And do your total expenses balance with your income. If you are overspending, or is there a need to adjust? So this is a sample of monthly budget. So yung monthly income nila is 25,000 and apat sila sa isang pamilya. So makikita nyo dito, yung yung isang chart is nahati sa tatlong column. Ang first column is the item or the basic and social need of the family, like food, education, shelter, utilities, household operation, clothing, recreation, savings. And in the second column shows how many percentage has been allotted to each need.
Yeah.
And on the last column shows how much the budget is to every need. So mapapansin nyo dito na yung food, education, shelter, utilities ay may malalaking percent na malalaking percent ang naalat sa kanila. Kasi sila yung tinatawag na fixed expenses. And the rest is flexible expenses na. So allocation of budget is indeed very important to augment family income towards meeting ends. That's all po. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So, thank you. How many reporters reported?
2, ma'am.
How many? All right.
2.
So the two reporters, you have made a very good report, and then the budgeting that you have done, it really makes me happy because you know how to do the budget, no? Kasi kailangan talaga ang food, no? Ang food ang importante na lagyan ng malaking budget, no? So prioritize your needs, not your wants, no? Ang first priority natin, yung mga needs natin, yung mga pangangailangan ng ating pamilya. Kasi yung yung panonood ng sine, yung pagbili ng damit, hindi kinakailangan na every month bibili ka ng damit, no? Hindi, it's just an optional. If you really want the live within your means, wag yung impulse buyer ka, no? Yung mag-impulse buyer ka kung talagang ang tawag dito, kagaya yung mawawala ang ang gas, mawawala ang mga yung mga bibilhin sa sa grocery. So kailangan mag-imbak ka parang for your future needs, no? So I like the budgeting that you have done, no? So kailangan yung mga importante, yun ang kailangan bibigyan natin ng priority. So thank you very much for for showing me that kind of budgeting. Talagang ginawa nyo, and then I really like also the the PowerPoint that you presented. It's so colorful that this can be shown to your students soon when you are going to teach, no? So kailangan ninyo ito kasi ito ay pagdating ng kayo ay magturo, hindi training, ito ay gawin ninyong lesson plan. So ito na yung inyong i-present sa sa mga bata, parang at least may matutunan ang inyong mga estudyante. No? So thank you Buyog, and sinong kasama mo Miss Buyog?
Shenes Regen po.
Si Sheila, So who is the next reporter?
Shenes po, ma'am.
Oo, si Shenes ang oo.
Next po si
Ah,
Jiro magre-report.
Magre-report ngayon. Oo.
Yes, ma'am.
Kasi so you will be making 5 items, then 5 items tests later, then pwede ninyo ibigay ng quiz sa inyong mga kaklase, no? All right. So the next reporter I see
Obvious po.
sige, si Obias, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Sige, gandahan Obias. Buyog and Shenis.
Okay, good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, classmate. I am Jerome Tobias, a reporter for today, and my report is all about numerous sources of family income. Narinig po ba ako?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay, thank you. What is family income? A family income is a combined money earned by all the members of the family who are working. The income is used to buy goods and services required for daily living. Family income can be classified as regular and irregular income. So, ito yung pera na naiipon ng bawat miyembro ng pamilya na kung saan yung may mga trabaho at ito din yung ginagamit nila para ipambili ng mga kailangan nila sa pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay. Okay, meron tayong tinatawag na regular income. Regular income is received on an ongoing basis and time and amount involved and predictable. So, pag sinabi natin regular income, ito yung lagi natin natatanggap o lagi natin nakukuha. For example, yung mga wages and salaries natin. So, kung may regular, mayroon din regular income. Regular income is quite predictable and will only be received from time to time. There is also uncertainty about the amounts involved. So, dito naman is parang minsan lang tayo makakuha tulad ng mga bonus natin. Di ba parang minsan lang tayo nakaka-receive ng mga ganyan. Depende din sa kung gaano katagal sa trabaho mo, gano'n, kung gaano katagal sa company na pinapaspasan mo. Okay, ito yung mga example ng regular income. Nandiyan yung mga wages, salaries, pensions, short-term support, fees from services, and fees from rent. Sa irregular income naman meron tayong overtime payment, bonus payment, commission, and profit. So, una is yung wages and salaries. Salaries are paid amount per year, like a day of every month. While wages are monthly for a period per hour revenue and salaries. So, ang salary ay tumutukoy sa bayaran ng employee sa kanyang mga nagawa na may fixed amount batay sa kanilang napagkasundo ang kontrata na nilalagan ng kabuuan na kaya naman. So, halimbawa ay ang privation na may 80,000 na sweldo ay na nakanakulang sa kanilang kontrata. So, yun. Ang wage naman o summer ay ang bayaran ng employee sa kanilang mga manggagawa sa oras o araw na inunong sa pagtrabaho. Bale, babayaran ka depende sa ilang oras na nagtrabaho. Ang wage dito ay araw-araw ginagana o din ang bayaran dahil mo. Kaya lang nabawa na kaya ang mga sahod na nakuha ng mga araw-araw na may minsan din mabibili kumulang na kay Marlene tapos bayaran pa nito sa kanyang pag-aaral ng sasakyan. Yan. Pag-pension naman, pension naman granted by the government or private fund for certain services. So, panalabi naman natin yung pera na nililibing ng government taong nagdalagay na. Halimbawa, kung teacher ka sa hospital na, may makukuha ka pa pera galing sa gobyerno. So, number is short-term work support. Short-term work support is some sort of job seekers and income support for the payment you have given for your days on a shorter work on a shorter work week. So, for example, if your work week has been reduced from 5 days work pattern to a daily work pattern, you can receive support for the other 2 days. Okay, so number 4, fees from services. Fees from services are money paid to a professional person or group of people in exchange for advice or services. So, when we say fees from services, it's a fee collected to pay for services related to the primary products or service being purchased. So, that charge is usually added at the time of the transaction. Many industries collect service charges including sa mga restaurants, banking, and etc. Okay, so we have fees from rent. Fees from rent are money paid by a lessee on a regular basis in the same amount. So ito naman ang natatanggap ng pera galing sa pinarentahan mo. Halimbawa, nagparenta ka ng bahay, tapos ang pasapan nyo every month, 4K. So yung yung bayad kada buwan makakatanggap ka ng 4,000. Okay, so next is overtime payment. Overtime payment is the amount received by a worker for working beyond regular hours. This depends
Beyond their official time.
on the agreement between the employer and the employee. So, pag sinabi naman nating overtime payment, ito yung pera na natatanggap mo or nadadagdag sa sahod mo, depende din yan sa napag-usapan nyo ng employer mo. Halimbawa, nag-overtime ka ng 5 oras, tas every hour, 100 pesos. So, may dagdag sa sahod mo na 500. Ganon. So, next is bonus payment. Bonus payment is an amount of money given in addition to a regular income as a reward for good performance or for a number of years of service rendered. So, ang bonus payment naman, ito yung pera na natatanggap mo galing sa employer mo. Pwedeng dahil ito sa good performance mo sa trabaho o di naman kaya dahil sa ilang taon ka na nagsiservisyo sa isang kumpanya.
Ano,
Okay, number
the bonus is, we are always, especially if you're in a public servant, usually
Ayos.
you will be given,
bonus.
it's really mandatory that government workers are given bonus and
Yes, ma'am.
13-month pay, no? 13-month pay.
So, yung commission naman, commission is an incentive paid to certain individual from insurance, selling real estate,
Entrepreneur.
appliances, and educational plans. So, pag sinabi naman natin commission, ito yung bayad sa atin galing sa nabenta nating produkto. Ito din ay depende sa napag-usapan nyo ng employer mo. Halimbawa, may nabenta kang sakyan o kaya kondo, may matatanggap kang commission doon. So, halimbawa, yung kondo worth 1 million, tapos ayon sa kontrata nyo na every benta mo, may 30,000 ka.
20%.
So, profit. Profit is a financial gain earned from operating a business. So, pag sinabi naman nating profit, ito yung tubo mula sa mga binibentang produkto ng mga negosyante. Halimbawa, nagbenta ka ng ulam, bawat ulam 50 pesos, tapos puhunan mo nasa 30 lang. Bale, 50 minus 30 equal 20. So, yung profit mo is 20 pesos. So, kung may 10 kang nabenta, may 200 ka na kaagad. So, yun lang po, ma'am. Thank you so much
Yeah.
po.
You forgot, we have another one, no, na panggagalingan ng ating budget. If you are a teacher, no, a teacher or any government employee, you can also have what we call honorarium. Honorarium is being given outside the official time of a public servant or a private servant, na you did your work outside your official time. Let's say you do it during weekends, then you are receiving an amount given by your superior, no? Or given by the local government. Like when I was in my service in DepEd, in ALS, I make it a point that I made a proposal so that all principals who are implementing the ALS in their respective schools will have honorarium. But they have to monitor also the teachers who are teaching outside their official time, because they will be given an honorarium of 5,500 monthly. No? So that is another another salary or another incentive to be given to them aside from their salary. No? So, alam nyo, napaka yung if you are, when you will be future teachers, you will come to know soon na kayo, especially the TLE teachers who are doing livelihood programs, you can have an honorarium every Saturday as long as you ask from your principal that you will do honorarium every Saturday, no? So isang dagdag na budget sa isang pamilya. Kasi malaking halaga din 'yan. Imagine hindi ka makahanap ng ng 1,000 plus sa isang Sabado lang from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock na magturo sa ng literacy sa mga estudyante. For us monitors also, we are receiving 8,000 a month, no? So malaking halaga na 'yun na idagdag mo sa inyong budget. So thank you very much because you really specified what budget is, no? Kung saan pinanggagalingan ng mga budget natin na pangtustos natin sa ating pamilya, no? So ang importante, we know how to allocate ang mga needs and wants ang ating pamilya. Parang hindi tayo tawag dun, alam natin na yung kung ano ang prioritize na budget bawat kailangan ng ating pamilya, no? Kasi parang hindi kayo maputulan ng ilaw at saka tubig. So kailangan maglagay kayo talaga ng na kung magkano ba yung bill ninyo every month. So ilagay ninyo na kaagad sa envelope 'yan. So kung ano ang mga budget na o mga babayaran